Oh, man. Talk about lasting impressions. Yes, that was the title of the most recent episode of The Orville. And once again, borrowing heavily from territory once tread by the next generation, but doing it in its own angle and its own original take on this business of a rather simple and quiet episode that deals with the impact of technology and futuristic tech, to be precise, in the form of the holodeck, if you will. And, there's a lot of that with Geordi falling in love with a facsimile of someone and all that sort of thing. And Barkley and the like. Well, here we have a time capsule was found that had been buried in the year 2015, and of course we get a guest appearance by Tuvok, and so he's the archaeologist and whatnot, and they find all this stuff, and among the items is a cell phone. And the phone belonged to a woman named Laura, and she was getting a new phone, so she went ahead and decided to donate her old phone to the capsule and left a little message on there about her desire to be remembered. And, right off the bat, she had quite an impact on Gordon. Yes, Gordon is instantly smitten and becomes intrigued with this woman, and eventually decides to upload the data on the phone to the simulator, not the holodeck. But yeah, and ends up engaging in a relationship with this digital facsimile of this long ago deceased woman. And so he begins to becomes obsessive, and then he argues with the other crew, which brings up an interesting point about the relationship with the Doctor and Isaac being a droid. And then here's basically a simulation. If you had a droid body for Laura, then you would have the same situation, I suppose, except that it was within the time frame and data that was on the phone that created the entity for the simulator deck that Gordon interacted with here. But they decided to do an intervention on him, and he hits back at Mercer because, oh, you being a krill, but I'm the problem. But he said, well, it's not the same thing. And it was an interesting point that Mercer says there are universal realities that we have to adhere to. Oh, boy, you shouldn't use language like that. But anyway, it's a touching story. Gordon, of course, is on his way to get his heart broken. And as it progresses, she had an ex-boyfriend. And oh, boy, who hasn't been there, huh? Yeah, he comes back. And she, we had some good times, but we're going to work it out. And we can always be friends. And so poor Gordon, but now Gordon has the power of God. And so he simply writes her boyfriend, was it Mike or Greg? I can't remember which. Mike, whatever. And wrote him out, delete him. And back he goes, but she's no longer the same woman because the influences of people in your lives does shape your personality. And so in this aspect, she had a dream of being a singer, and he liked that because he can sing too, as we know from previous episodes, and all that, and encouraged her into it. And then when he deleted the ex-boyfriend, that changed everything. The patterns didn't work as to who she was without the influence of that guy. And so she's not the same person. And he's like, and going through the phone, you could see them as, it's all there, that he had influenced her, that her musical talent was really special and all this stuff, and that encouraged her to pursue it more, and so on and so forth. So Mike was an important part of Laura's life. So, he had to accept this, and this broke him out of the fog of the fantasy. And so there you go. So it's bittersweet and rather sad, but nevertheless, and Kelly counsels him, which is interesting since they are engaged in real life, may already be married, I don't know. But anyway, and she explains this, of how the influences people have on you and whatnot, and what makes you the person you are, and also that it he shouldn't feel so bad that this woman was such a character that she was able to reach across the centuries and make a man fall in love with her, even though she's long gone. So obviously she achieved her goal of not being forgotten. So there you go with that. And what are these elements of the effects of technology and all that stuff, and then tell a love story through it? This is the elements of science fiction. That's what that is. Unlike a lot of shows that have the trappings of science fiction but never really get there. But Star Trek is supposed to be one that does, and used to, and now you just have to turn to the Orville for that sort of thing. At least for this. Now, the comic relief, what was it? Well, the situation in and of itself was silly in a lot of ways, even though it was a bit heartbreaking at moments as well. But also, another item within that time capsule was, yes, a pack of cigarettes. And immediately Bortus is intrigued and interested in that. So he falls in love with cigarettes along with Clyden, and they both instantly become addicted to it, and they have to struggle to fight off their addiction. Fortunately, by the end, the doctor says, we've managed to concoct a quick shot that'll alleviate your addiction, which sadly we don't have that just yet, but apparently it's on the way. Yes. So that there was the comic relief of them hiding cigarettes and the like, of course. So once again, the Orville delivers, both in science fiction, humor, entertainment, and a cathartic emotional tour of the human heart. Yes, the Orville, it's just a damn good show. So, had a good time. It's not an original story. No, it's not. But, doesn't matter. I was entertained and thrilled with this episode. So, it's easily 5 stars for the Orville. Lasting impressions. And the Orville has lasting impressions in just about every damn episode it makes. The sad news is we gotta wait 3 weeks for the next episode. And the even more sad news, there's only 3 episodes left of this season. Come on. There has to be another season. It would just be a heinous crime against humanity not to renew this show. Heard rumors that it has been, but I haven't seen or heard anything official. If you have, let me know in the comments below. But anyway, there you go. The Orville delivers again. Sure does. Thank you for watching and listening. Say, why not like and subscribe? And if you already have subscribed, thank you very much. And while you're here, you know what to do. Yes, check out that link description below. That'll take you to my mini stores that have plenty of goodies for you.